What was supposed to be one of the most joyful and intimate days of Rada's life allegedly turned into a moment of shock that fans say no one was prepared for. Social media users are claiming that on the very day Rada was preparing to give birth, a devastating secret surfaced, one that instantly changed the atmosphere inside the room and sent shockwaves through the fandom. According to intense online chatter, Rada reportedly learned that Michael had been hiding something far bigger than anyone imagined. Fans are alleging that a secret relationship, long whispered about behind the scenes, suddenly exploded into the open. But that wasn't the most shocking part. Viewers claim the revelation involved an alleged pregnancy, one that did not belong to Rada. Fans are saying the timing alone made the moment unbearable. A day meant for celebration, love, and new beginnings allegedly became filled with tension, disbelief, and emotional collapse. Social media rapidly filled with reactions, with many asking how a secret of this magnitude could stay hidden until such a vulnerable moment. Was this betrayal disguised as protection? Was this silence meant to shield Rada, or the truth itself? Fans believe this wasn't just another reality TV argument. They claim this was the moment everything changed, possibly forever, and what happened next is still being debated across the internet. Fans claim the atmosphere surrounding Rada's delivery day was filled with anticipation long before anything went wrong. Family members, close friends, and loved ones were reportedly present, all expecting a moment that would mark a joyful turning point in her life. According to online chatter, Rada appeared emotional but hopeful, preparing herself mentally and physically to welcome her baby. Nothing about that morning suggested that within hours, her world would allegedly be shaken in a way she may never forget. Social media users speculate that Michael arrived appearing supportive yet unusually tense. Fans point out that his body language, facial expressions, and behavior raised quiet concerns even before any confrontation took place. While others in the room reportedly focused on Rada's comfort and well-being, viewers now claim that Michael seemed distracted, pacing, checking his phone, and avoiding certain conversations. At the time, no one seemed to question it. But in hindsight, fans are saying the signs were allegedly there all along. According to posts circulating online, the first crack in the calm atmosphere appeared when Rada allegedly noticed messages and interactions involving Nadia. Fans claim Rada, already emotionally vulnerable, began asking simple but pointed questions. What started as casual reassurance reportedly turned into discomfort as Michael appeared hesitant and defensive. Viewers speculate that this hesitation immediately triggered Rada's instincts, something fans say she has relied on before when situations felt off. As the tension reportedly grew, social media users claim Rada became visibly emotional, her excitement slowly being replaced by confusion and unease. The delivery room, once filled with reassurance and warmth, allegedly felt heavier with every passing minute. Fans described the energy as unsettling, as though something unspoken was hanging in the air. Even friends and family, according to fan commentary, began to notice the shift but were unsure how to step in. Fans claim that when Rada confronted Michael more directly, the situation escalated quickly. What many expected to be calming reassurance allegedly turned into evasion. Online speculation suggests Michael attempted to downplay her concerns, redirecting the conversation toward the upcoming birth and insisting that nothing important needed to be discussed at that moment. But for Rada, fans say, that response only deepened her fear that something was being hidden from her. According to fan accounts, emotions reached a boiling point when Michael allegedly admitted that there was more to the situation than he had previously claimed. Social media users believe this was the moment when the narrative completely shifted. What had been whispered rumors among fans reportedly became a painful reality inside the delivery room. Viewers claim Rada's reaction was immediate and deeply emotional, with shock, disbelief, and heartbreak written across her face. Fans allege that when the idea of a possible pregnancy involving Nadia was mentioned, everything changed. The room reportedly fell silent. The joy surrounding new life was suddenly overshadowed by the weight of betrayal. Rada, according to online speculation, struggled to process how such information could surface at the most vulnerable moment of her life. Fans believe this revelation cut deeper not just because of the secret itself, but because of its timing. Social media chatter suggests Rada questioned Michael's intentions, his honesty, and the foundation of their relationship. Viewers claim she reminded him that trust, especially during a moment as serious as childbirth, is not optional. Michael, meanwhile, is said to have appeared overwhelmed, allegedly insisting that his intentions were never to hurt her and that he believed silence was a form of protection. But fans overwhelmingly argue that secrecy did far more harm than honesty ever could have. As emotions intensified, online users speculate that the confrontation became too heavy for those present to manage. Friends and family reportedly stood by in shock, unsure whether speaking up would calm the situation or make it worse. The delivery day that was meant to be remembered for joy was instead, according to fans, turning into an emotional storm that no one could stop. And with emotions running high and trust already fractured, fans say this was only the beginning of a much deeper unraveling that would continue to shock viewers as more alleged details surfaced. Fans claim that as the confrontation continued, the emotional weight inside the room became almost unbearable. Rada, already exhausted and vulnerable, reportedly struggled to come to terms with what she was hearing. According to online chatter, her questions became more direct, her voice trembling as she demanded clarity instead of vague reassurance. Fans speculate that this wasn't just anger, it was disbelief mixed with fear, as the reality of the situation slowly began to sink in. Social media users say Michael appeared increasingly cornered. His responses, described as rushed and inconsistent, allegedly made the situation worse. Viewers claim he tried to explain that things with Nadia were complicated, insisting the connection was not meant to reach this point. But fans argue that every explanation sounded like another layer of avoidance. To Rada, according to fan commentary, it felt as though the truth was being revealed in fragments rather than fully acknowledged. Fans believe the tension escalated when Rada questioned how long this situation had been ongoing. The silence that reportedly followed spoke louder than any answer. Social media users speculate that in that moment, Rada realized the secrecy may have stretched back far longer than she ever imagined. That realization, fans say, shifted her reaction from shock to heartbreak, forcing her to confront not just a single betrayal, but a possible pattern of deception. According to circulating posts, Rada allegedly began connecting dots from past moments that now seemed impossible to ignore. Missed calls, unexplained distance, emotional detachment, things that once felt minor reportedly took on an entirely new meaning. Fans claim this mental replay only intensified her pain, making it harder to separate what was real from what had been hidden from her all along. Viewers online suggest that Michael tried to regain control of the situation by shifting the focus back to the baby. He reportedly pleaded with Rada to stay calm, reminding her of her health and the importance of the moment ahead. But social media users argue this approach backfired. Instead of comfort, it allegedly felt dismissive, as though her emotional reality was secondary to keeping appearances intact. Fans say Rada pushed back, reminding Michael that this day was already no longer normal. According to online speculation, she questioned how she was expected to bring a child into the world while processing a betrayal this massive. Viewers believe that this exchange marked a turning point, where protecting the moment stopped mattering and confronting the truth became unavoidable. As the argument reportedly continued, reactions from those nearby became more visible. Friends and family, according to fan accounts, exchanged uneasy glances, unsure whether to intervene or step away. The room, once full of encouragement and support, allegedly felt divided, caught between concern for Rada's well-being and shock at the unfolding situation. Social media chatter suggests that emotions cycled rapidly. Moments of anger were followed by silence, then tears, then renewed confrontation. Fans describe Rada pacing slowly, attempting to steady herself while demanding honest answers. Michael, on the other hand, is said to have grown increasingly quiet at times, weighed down by the reality of what had been exposed. According to fan speculation, the conversation eventually turned toward accountability. Rada reportedly asked what Michael intended to do moving forward, not just regarding her, but concerning the alleged pregnancy itself. Viewers say this question forced Michael into a moment of pause, as if even he didn't yet understand the consequences of his actions. Fans claim that the emotional toll of this exchange was evident. The excitement surrounding the birth was now overshadowed by uncertainty, hurt, and unanswered questions. Social media users argue that what made this moment especially painful was not just the alleged betrayal, but the realization that trust may have been compromised at the very foundation of their relationship. As online discussions grew louder, many viewers began questioning whether this situation could be repaired at all. Fans speculated about forgiveness, long-term implications, and whether honesty, coming so late, could still hold value. By this point, according to fan commentary, the delivery day had become something entirely different from what anyone had imagined, a moment defined not by celebration, but by emotional reckoning. And with no resolution in sight, viewers believe the story was far from over, as the weight of these revelations continued to hang heavy in the air. Fans claim that as the emotional tension continued to build, the reality of the situation began to settle in more deeply for everyone present. According to online chatter, Rada's demeanor reportedly shifted from explosive emotion to a quieter, heavier kind of pain. Viewers speculate that this was the moment she stopped reacting only out of shock and began fully recognizing what this revelation could mean for her future, her relationship, and the family she was about to grow. Social media users say Rada allegedly asked Michael a question that instantly changed the tone of the room. Instead of focusing on how or why the secret was kept, she reportedly asked whether she had ever truly known the full truth about him. Fans believe this question struck harder than any accusation. Michael, according to online speculation, struggled to answer, pausing for long moments as if searching for the right words, or perhaps realizing that some answers could not fully undo the damage. Fans claim Michael attempted to reassure Rada by emphasizing that his feelings for her were real and that his intentions were never meant to cause harm. He allegedly insisted that his mistakes did not erase the bond they had built. But viewers argue that Rada appeared unconvinced. To many fans, her silence spoke volumes, suggesting that love alone was no longer enough to repair what secrecy had broken. According to posts circulating online, the subject of trust became central to the conversation. Rada reportedly expressed that trust is not something that survives partial truths or delayed honesty. Fans say she questioned how she was expected to rely on Michael moving forward when such a life-altering secret had been withheld until the most vulnerable day of her life. Social media commentary suggests this was one of the most emotionally raw moments of the alleged confrontation. Viewers believe Michael began to show visible signs of regret. Fans describe him as withdrawn, his earlier defensiveness replaced by guilt and fear of loss. According to speculation, he repeatedly apologized, acknowledging that keeping the truth hidden had caused far more pain than revealing it earlier ever could have. Still, many viewers felt that these admissions came too late to fully mend the emotional fracture. Fans online say the conversation eventually drifted toward the future. Questions about what would happen next reportedly hung unanswered in the room. Rada, according to fan accounts, expressed concern not just for herself, but for the environment her baby would be entering. Viewers claim she emphasized the importance of stability, honesty, and emotional safety, values that she now feared were under threat. Social media chatter suggests that this moment was especially difficult because it forced Rada to make emotional decisions under extreme pressure. Fans argue that delivery day should never involve choosing between confrontation and self-preservation. Yet according to online speculation, Rada was placed in exactly that position, expected to handle emotional devastation while preparing for childbirth. As the hours reportedly passed, tensions fluctuated. Fans claim there were moments of quiet reflection followed by renewed emotional waves. Rada is said to have taken short pauses away from the conversation, attempting to recalibrate and protect her emotional and physical energy. Michael allegedly remained close, exhausted and anxious, unsure whether staying present helped or made matters worse. Online users speculate that friends and family continued to observe cautiously, offering support to Rada while remaining wary of escalating her stress further. The room, once filled with anticipation, had reportedly transformed into a space of emotional processing and unresolved conflict. By this point, fans believe it had become clear that the alleged revelation had permanently altered the meaning of that day. What was meant to mark the beginning of a new chapter now included doubt, unanswered questions, and a profound emotional shift. As discussions continued across social media, viewers began to frame this moment as more than just a personal conflict. Many saw it as a reflection of how secrecy, timing, and trust can collide in devastating ways. And as fans continue to speculate, one thing remains clear in their eyes: the emotional fallout from this delivery day was far from over, and whatever comes next will likely reshape everything that follows. What do you think really happened behind those hospital doors? This is the question fans can't stop asking, and now it's your turn to weigh in. Was Michael truly trying to protect Rada from stress, or was silence just a convenient cover for a truth he wasn't ready to face? When a secret this big comes out at a moment this vulnerable, does intention even matter anymore? Thousands of viewers online are divided. Some believe Rada deserves nothing but honesty and peace as she enters motherhood. Others argue that people make mistakes under pressure and that remorse should count for something. But the timing, the secrecy, and the emotional weight of delivery day have made this situation impossible to ignore. Is forgiveness even an option when trust shatters at such a critical moment? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your perspective. If you were in Rada's position, what would you do next? Walk away? Demand accountability? Or try to rebuild something that may already be broken? And if you were Michael, how would you prove that your words aren't just damage control? If this story shocked you, make sure to hit that like button so more people can join the conversation. Subscribe to the channel for ongoing updates, breakdowns, and fan-driven discussions surrounding Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 7. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next twist, because fans believe this drama is far from over. This moment has sparked debate about loyalty, honesty, and the consequences of secrecy, and it's redefining how viewers see this relationship. Stay connected, stay vocal, and stay curious, because your opinion matters, and the next chapter may be even more explosive than the last.